It's the Open Mind, and I'm Eric, and today with me I have Mason.
Yo, what's up?
Mason speaks white bread ebonics.
Generally, I tend to speak in English, but, occasionally I throw in a word dog.
Word, yeah. So, we're going to be tag teaming this thing all night, sort of.
That's kind of disgusting, but alright.
Yeah. It is a little gross, but it'll be okay. So, you're going to hear us opening candy and whatnot throughout the entire show, so...
You'll have to apologize for the part. We'll have to apologize.
Apologize! Say you're sorry! This is going to be high energy. This is going to be different from all the other nights. This is going to be good. We're going to have fun. Alright.
So it's what, 12:30 something?
No, 12:41. Oh. According to the clock, but I'm going to go by the computer, which says 12:42 in the a.m.
Yeah. Happy
last day of the world, everybody.
I was actually just about to bring up the world ending at 6 p.m. We've got...
But you see, the thing is it by time zone, or is it just going to be what equates to 6 p.m. here and the same thing everywhere else? Or is it 6 p.m. everywhere? In which case, what's going on in Australia right now? Because they're experiencing the end of the world right now.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, I know. We need to find that out.
I'll wait until like 5.
Yeah.
Or rather, I'll drive to California. I'll start driving toward California about 5 o'clock. So, I can get to each time zone.
You're going to be driving really, really fast. I don't know how fast you think you can get to California. If you think you can get to California in 3 hours in a car, good luck. See, I'm going to get my airplane. Then I won't feel any earthquake whether or not it happens.
Well, I can at least delay my death by an hour. Maybe 2, tops.
True. Now, what I read was what they said is only a select amount of people will be taken.
By the rapture?
Yes. And then the rest of us will be left to suffer.
Here's what I
So we'll be back on Sunday. Regardless.
Here's what I find funny. Is that this whole world-ending thing has been so sensationalized by the media.
Yeah.
It's just really just one crackpot.
Oh, yeah.
He already made... The guy that actually made this prediction made a prediction several years back and was wrong.
Yeah.
I do know for a fact, because one of the people I know actually is a web tech.
Yeah.
Right? That this church has a website.
Yeah.
And they've reserved the domain name for several years.
Huh.
So even though the world is ending tomorrow, their website will still exist.
Oh, yeah.
For many years to come. Probably because they know they're wrong.
Probably, actually.
And another thing about the media that I find comical about this whole situation is that a lot of the media and a lot of, atheism portrays this as all Christians believe this. When I know for a fact that's not true. I know a lot of Christians. There's a lot of them in America.
Yeah.
My dad actually put it fairly well. He, of course, was quoting something else.
Yeah.
It's just the way my dad is. But he said that the amount of Christians who believe that the world is ending, today,
yeah,
is no more than what amounts to a rounding error.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's less than 1%.
Yeah. I heard something on one of the morning radio shows this morning. What they wanted to do was they wanted to go to a church parking lot in the middle of around 4 o'clock and just lay out a bunch of clothes, so they think that all the Christians just got sucked up from the church parking lot up into the sky.
Okay, that'd be kind of funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, the rapture.
Oh. Yeah.
But if the world doesn't end tomorrow, or today, rather, it's gonna end in 2012 anyway.
Yeah, or whatever.
The Mayan calendars ending and all that
No,
good
the
stuff.
Mayans, yeah, they predicted
everything.
Everything except their own demise.
No, they probably predicted that too. We just don't have record of it.
Yeah, true. They're probably like, oh, we're all gonna die. Oh, well. I think 2012 is probably all they could count to, probably.
Actually, no. See, I'm getting all intelligent again. I apologize.
Yeah, sure. That's okay.
The thing about the Mayan calendar is it's cyclical. So when it ends in 2012, you just go back to the beginning and it starts all over again.
Oh, God. That's when Christ comes back, because now we're in 0 again.
I really don't know. 2012 could be the rapture, I guess.
I guess.
Which kind of sucks because it's what, December 20th, 2012 or something like that?
I thought it was the 21st.
Okay, it's either December 20th or 21st.
Right.
Yeah. Well, my birthday is December 17th. I'll have 3 or 4 days, maybe, of being 21. That sucks.
Party hard.
You think?
Black yourself out.
Every single night? Maybe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, we have killed a lot of time already.
Really?
Yeah.
Has it seriously already been 5 minutes?
Almost 6, actually. That's okay. So...
We're talking about one thing, even.
I know, that was a long time. Sorry we bored you people. Oh, well.
You
chose to listen. So, we just watched The Expendables, finally.
Finally got around to it.
Yeah. What can we say about The Expendables?
Well, it's obviously an action movie.
I can describe it in one word.
Boom.
Badass.
I guess that one works too.
Yeah, Terry Crews with I don't even know what that was. Mowing guys out, and then when Stallone decapitates the guy, best thing ever. I wish the...
Oh, by the way, a little late for this, but spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. They kill some guys.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Oh, and Jet Li's there, too, at one point. Schwarzenegger's old, though, man.
Stallone isn't?
No, I know, he isn't. Botox.
Steroids.
Steroids. He injects him into his face.
Randy Couture kicks some ass.
Yeah. I think if I were actually in that movie, I would be about the size of a speck of dust compared to most of those guys on there. I'm like, hey guys, can I play with you? And they'd be like, no. They'd punch me and their fist would go through my stomach.
Sounds more like Crank, but whatever.
I'm small. It would, yeah.
Did you ever see Crank?
No.
It was Jason Statham, who was also in The Expendables. That's where the connection came in. But, Crank was awful. Crank 2 was worse. Okay, seriously, Crank 2 it's got to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was so bad it was funny. Right?
Kind of like Thor.
I haven't seen Thor yet.
People are like, no, Thor's good. I'm like, Thor was stupid. I mean, it was okay, but I mean, some of that dialogue was hilarious.
Okay, no, seriously.
He's like, ah!
At one point in Crank 2, legit, Jason Statham and a giant monkey, right? There's some guy in a monkey suit.
Yeah.
Are puppets that are the size of the big power line towers, the metal ones that got the huge base, and they're about the size of those, and they're in like this. Is
it like a Godzilla type fight or something?
Yeah, it really is, and it's like him versus King Kong, but they're in a power plant type thing.
Dude, you know the funny thing? This movie made me realize how small Bruce Willis is. He's a tiny man.
He really had a small role.
I know. That's okay, though.
God damn, though, man. Sylvester Stallone is still huge.
I know. I think some of it's computers.
I doubt it, actually.
Really? Well, the only reason I think that is in some shots his muscles were way bigger than others. Like the ones where he was like intense action, he's like moving around a lot. They're much smaller, but ones where he's like this. I mean, it's like, his arm is a foot in diameter, and like, yeah.
You know what I bet it is?
What?
When he's standing around and crossing his arms, he's probably flexing.
Yeah, that's true. Probably. He's like, oh, I could understand a lot of the things he said in this movie, which was kind of surprising.
It being Sylvester Stallone and most of the things.
Yeah, like
the Rocky.
Yeah. Well, what was it? There's one of the Rambo movies where it's like he doesn't talk the entire movie, and then at the very end, he's like shouting, yelling, crying, and I'm like, you don't get it. I was like, okay, just kill a guy. Oh.
That's typical Stallone, yeah.
Yes, not even in Spy Kids.
Those movies were terrible.
You know what? We should just watch those. I think it would literally melt our brains.
Let's not say we did.
Let's look it up on YouTube.
Or not.
I might.
Have fun with that.
I'm gonna look up Stallone in Spy Kids.
Ugh.
Dude, I remember going to see that in 3D, like the really crappy 3D. Like,
yeah, I do
3D,
too.
3D glasses.
Oh, you remember, while we're on the topic of really, really awful 3D movies, you remember Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
You told me about it? I don't quite remember it.
Oh, well,
I never saw it.
It was really bad. It was like Spy Kids, but worse. If you can imagine it. And
the only thing worse than Spy Kids is Twilight.
That's funny, because the much acclaimed, I guess, hottie, the guy that plays Jacob, Taylor Lautner,
I find it an insult to humanity that any of those people are considered hot.
He was Taylor Lautner was Shark Boy in Shark Boy.
Shark Boy.
It was such a bad movie. It really was.
I believe you. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, it was bad. It was.
That's called needing a movie studio to be like, okay, we need you to make a movie, and you literally pull a turd out your butt and be like, slap it on the table and be like, there's your movie right there, and they're like, awesome, it looks like a shark. We'll call it Shark Boy.
And here's something funny. There's a lot of stuff that makes fun of Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of deserves it.
Yeah.
The woman's an awful writer. The only reason she even does as well as she does is because her editors are probably gods.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they can put up with her. Because I have a friend who read the books, right?
Right.
I haven't read them, so I can't really bash on them that much.
I will.
So, but from what my friend told me, there were apparently at least 7 grammatical errors per page.
Oh my god.
And this is after professional editors had looked it over. Which means there had to be so many errors before the editors even touched it. That there was something.
Did the author just take her hand, slam it down on the keyboard, and say, "There's your book"?
Probably.
She made enough damn money off of it.
It's like Finnegan. Oh no, okay, no. Sean, a friend of ours, showed me Finnegan's Wake. Okay. It's a very famous book.
Never heard of it.
Right,
I like how you can say it's a really famous book, and I can honestly go, never ever heard of it.
It's a pretty famous book, but the entire book is pretty much just nonsense.
Really?
And it's like the guy just kind of went la 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 la, and went and smashed his hands all across the keyboard. But of course, at the time, it would have been a typewriter because it's an old book, right?
Yeah.
So you can even find it on the internet now because the copyright is gone. It's open. It's common.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's an old book.
It is an old book. But even though it's nonsense,
yeah,
it's cyclical, right? Mm. So the ending just fades back into the beginning. And even though it seems like nonsense,
yeah,
the guy that wrote it spent like 17 years writing this book.
Wow.
Perfecting this book. Which means even though it seems like nonsense, there's got to be some point to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this and I'm like, we are really running out of time.
Shit.
I know.
We're just sitting here talking about nothing.
Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do multiple episodes tonight. Just a bunch of them.
That's cool by me.
And we're just going to keep spitting them out and just putting more out. It'll be exciting. And if you're still listening, God bless you. You have a lot of patience. All right. See you next episode.